time again. You ready for this? Hey! If you still haven't read City of Bones and you don't want to be spoiled, please mute the stream until this picture disappears. I thought this was the coolest twist ever. I had never read anything where that happened. I was appalled and intrigued and excited.
And I didn't fucking believe Valentine when he told us that. No!
Let's take a look at this situation. City of Bones is the first book in a series, okay? Logically, let's think this one through. Keep reading, okay? That's the way it's supposed to be. You're supposed to figure things out as you go. There's a lot of books that are made like that on purpose. You're supposed to use your brain, okay? It's the fun part. I love having to figure this crap out. That makes it exciting. You can do it. I believe in you. Seeing Percy again and reading from his POV. If we don't have a routine dose of Percy throughout House of Hades, I'm gonna be upset. Percy or Annabeth. I'll take either one because they'll be together, so it'll be okay. Unless they're not together. No, they have to be together. Nowadays, I do for the most part review every book that I read. If I don't review it, it's a reread. The Sealy Queen is immortal. I really don't think she can die. Can fairies die? Then we have Luke. Luke could die. That could happen. I really wouldn't care that much. And then Magnus, I don't think he's gonna die either. I don't think he's gonna die, because Magnus is Magnus and he can't die. No, I'd be really, really sad if Magnus died. If I had to choose one, Luke. Definitely Luke. I would love to see Evan Peters play Sebastian. He would be perfect. He's the perfect amount of creepy, psychotic, and he looks just like him. If you watch American Horror Story, he was the super creepy ghost kid that lived in the house, blonde hair, and he's a fantastic actor. Literally, his eyes are like these black holes of death. It's, No one else in my immediate family enjoys reading really at all. I forced my mom to read some books. Always read the first 3 Harry Potters and the Diary of Wimpy Kid stuff, but no, not really.
That's why I've made a channel where I could discuss books in depth with strangers that I meet on the internet. Hug, hug, hug!
I really try hard to film my videos immediately after reading a book. You remember how you feel about everything, you remember all the details, all the names. Best way to do it. Are you kidding me? Of course I'm cosplaying a book character. Did you not see? I dressed up as Isabel to go to a noon premiere. There was 2 other people in the theater of The Mortal Instruments. 2010 Halloween. I dressed up as Katniss Everdeen. No one I ran into had the slightest clue who the hell I was. I've also Halloweened as Snooki Stackhouse. I feel like I cosplay as Triss in like every Divergent video that I've done. All I need is black clothes, blonde hair, and little smudges of birds on my collarbone. I've actually thought about this a lot. I don't think Isabel would be into becoming
I mean, maybe she would. She's like this rebel child.
but I don't know if I'd want to see her turn into a vampire. I don't know. Have we ever seen a Shadowhunter be turned into a vampire? Because in Clockwork, we hear a lot about how it makes them really ill.
When vampires feed on the... I don't know.
I would like it maybe if it happened by accident. The same with Alec. I think that's the easiest solution to his problems. No, I wasn't aware of the Booktube community at all. I really don't think it existed when I started booktubing. Maybe there were a few other people, but there wasn't a Booktube community back in beginning of 2010. I didn't see any videos about people talking about books ever. I thought what I was doing was so weird. And I remember maybe a year later, in summer of 2011, I found Lizzie books. And then it took me really to last summer, 2012, that I started finding lots of other booktubers. And I was like, whoa! When did this happen? It's so cool how big it's gotten. It's unbelievable, really. I think the new Harry Potter covers are gorgeous. It doesn't mean I don't like the old ones. I know there's some hipsters that are like,
the originals are better.
yeah, okay, whatever. There's some new ones and they're pretty freaking awesome. This is gorgeous. There's also an illustration on the back and the sides. If you line all the books up, make Hogwarts. Yes, of course. And to be honest, the first books that really inspired me to write, that made me feel like I could write books if I wanted to, were the Twilight books. No, I definitely would not take that offer. I'd be stuck at the most awkward time of my life. I wouldn't want that. Divergent is easier to translate into film. There's not that much CGI, there's not that much weird fantasy that has to be translated. It's a pretty straightforward storyline. And plus the guy who directed Limitless is directing it. I think Fox would be a really nice pet to have. I mean, I feel like pandas are kind of so 1998. I I'm honestly really nervous about Simon no longer having the mark because Raphael wants to kill Simon, and Simon just, I've gotten used to being not worried about him, and now I'm nervous. I would like Clary actually just like draw back on, like if that's not too much trouble, you just take out your little stille and do your thing. Yes, when I was reading the Kane Chronicles, I could not imagine it in actuality. I wanted to see them as real people, but my brain kept being like, no, you're fake, cartoon. I mean, what comes to mind is Matched. I didn't think it was a horrible series, but it started out very promising, and then I just really didn't like the way it went. How does one pick a favorite Florence and the Machine song? There's so many good ones. Maybe Bedroom Hymns, maybe Seven Devils. I love Seven Devils. Come on, how can I not choose Fred in this situation? Dobby would pick Fred too. I've gotten this question a lot, and all I can say is you have to
keep trying to read other books, and I know it's hard. You'll start reading and you'll stop, and then you'll start another one, you'll stop, and you'll have all these books that you're in the middle of, but
one will catch, and that one will save you. I have not pre-ordered a Legion because I want to go to the bookstore and buy it with my own hands and bring it home with me. I want to see the stand full of Allegiance. And I don't know. It wouldn't be good. Oh, it's gonna be a 3-part series? Okay, Stephanie, whatever you say. I think we'd be lucky if we see that baby in the next 10 years. I have no faith in that woman when it comes to getting things done. Definitely Harry Potter. I feel like that's the first fandom that existed. Obviously not, but for me, that was the first fandom that came into my life. Typically, I enjoy series more than I enjoy standalones. Standalones frustrate me a lot of the time because a lot of the times it'll just end. You don't get closure with the characters a lot. Just got to know all these people and then they're taken away from you. Well, if I'm the director on this film, I think I'd pick a contemporary, maybe Anna and the French Kiss or Lola and the Boy Next Door. I guess kill Sebastian, obviously. Marry Valentine, fuck Magister. This is gross, okay? Who gave me this question? I went to see The Spectacular Now. It was very well done. I did enjoy it. It is another one of those contemporary books that just feels like it chops off. The end was just like there. I didn't get any closure. I don't know exactly what happened. I don't think I'll be reading the book because I don't typically read books after I see the film. I think the Percy Jackson books would be delicious. I like when the writing is comedic and at the same time brilliant, and that's what Rick Riordan does. I would make a teleportation ruin, and then I'd be able to teleport, and it would be so cool. No, not really. They're just not my thing. I don't buy that many books at once, so I really wouldn't be able to do it. And second, I don't really like presenting you with books that I've bought without knowing how they are yet. If I had to, I think I'd get something really little, maybe on the inside of my arm. I'm gonna have to go with Dumbledore. I love him. And Hermione. Dumbledore and Hermione are definitely my favorite. You know what? Actually, I totally forgot. I love Ginny. Book Ginny was my favorite. I shipped her and Harry so hard. Hogwarts, duh. No, because I don't know what I'm going to read ever, and I'm not going to tell you I'm going to read things and then never read them. All the books that I read, I do a book talk for, so there's no real point in me doing a wrap-up. It would be repeating exactly what I said at the beginning of every single book discussion. That's a negative. I don't think I'd want that ability, really. I'm not an animagus. I've never known how to say animagus. Animagus. If I was an animagus, I think I would pick to be a puppy or something. Or a bird. No, a puppy. They don't shoot puppies. I'm not going out of my way to be like, oh, no contemporary, no historical. I want just the supernatural dystopians, please. I'm not doing that. I just tend to enjoy those books more. I don't know. I'm not really conscious of it. Being divergent is being a regular human being. So, not that one. I think I'd pick Demigod. I only have one place where they can buy books in real life, Barnes & Noble. So by default, you are my favorite. Congratulations, Barnes & Noble. I actually prefer reading established books because you can't discuss the advanced reader's books. I hate having to hold that in. Oh, yeah. That was a word. It doesn't take a genius to figure out my middle name. I'm gonna leave that one to you. I don't think there's much of a contest here. Octavian's like a 4th generation demigod. I don't even know why he's allowed at camp. Please, bitch, Please. Sebastian is like this all-immortal demon child. We don't have any idea the extent of his ability. He's already died and come back to life. So I'm gonna say Sebastian is creepier. Octavian slices up stuffed animals. Sebastian actually wants to have sex with his own sister. That's all we have today. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for all your awesome questions. I'm Christine. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye!